Yesterday we had a little Halloween party with only our family. Because of the corona we didn't want to invite any people in our house, and that's the recommendation of our government at the moment. Don't meet people, and we just partied with 5 of us, my husband and my 3 kids. You are watching Meiju Knits Knitting Podcast. This is my my place for talk about my knits and what I'm doing at the moment. However, this time I wanted to do something different. I will show you some Finnish knits and patterns that I'm soon going to publish. But I also this time wanted to ask you that what kind of designs you would like to see, or what do you knit mostly? What do you want to knit? What do you usually want to knit, and what do you really kind of like to knit the most? My favorite things are cardigans or sweaters. I first started to design cardigans and didn't do much of pullovers or something like that. I also design some shawls. I sometimes want to have something not so difficult knitting, and I feel that shawls are sometimes much easier to design and knit than sweaters. I love cables. I love cable knitting, but designing a cable knitwear is a really hard job. It takes like weeks or months even. My first complicated cable design, actually I don't remember was it first, but anyway, my first cable design that became a hit was a silversmith hoodie, and it actually took me a half year until I have the courage to publish the pattern, because I reread it and reread it and reread it, and I didn't even have the courage to put it for the test knitting, because I was so afraid that it was so difficult that people wouldn't understand how to knit it. But luckily I haven't had that many questions on it, so I think I managed to write the pattern in a way that it's understandable and easy to knit, even if it have some complicated cables in it and some complicated construction. But I think I managed to make the pattern in a way that it's easy to follow. But this time I want you to think about what kind of designs you would like to see from me, because I'm always open to new ideas, and actually I have one friend who probably have watched my videos too. She sometimes gives me ideas. What about making a pullover like this? What about making a cardigan like this? And actually she gave me an idea that you should make design a lace yoke cardigan, a cardigan that with beautiful lace yoke, and I was like, maybe I could do that, because I haven't done that before. And and then I started to design and then it was kind of collaboration. The designing process was collaboration with her because I asked, how long do you want the lace to be? Is it too long if it goes under the bust line? Because I felt that some lace patterns that I have seen are too long, in a sense that they look too large, and I didn't want to the lace look too small, because if you make a lace yoke pattern like this, you have to kind of, or in all yoke patterns, you have to think about how you manage the difference in grading between sizes, because people have different sizes of yokes and different sizes of armhole lengths. Larger sizes need to have larger yoke, and smaller sizes small. So I discussed with her that how long the yoke should be, and I didn't want the yoke to be too large with smaller sizes, because it would not look good. I think that the lace yoke would look more nicer if it would be shorter than larger. So with larger sizes, I wanted, I thought about larger sizes, and I decided that okay, I will make the lace yoke the same length for each size, but it have to be so short that it would look perfect with smaller sizes. And then with larger sizes, it will just be smaller, and the yoke length would be modified with more stockinette stitch after the lace pattern. So that's something I discussed with her, and then I swatched the lace pattern, and I sent a picture, is this okay for you? And she said yes, and then the cardigan turned out to be like this. But actually she wanted a pullover, a lace yoke pullover, but I said that no, I can't make a pullover this time. I have to make a cardigan, because I haven't made any cardigans lately, and I need to make a cardigan for myself. So I decided that, well, I will make a cardigan and she will make a pullover. I will write both patterns and she will knit the sample. And she did. I haven't seen the sample yet. We are photo shooting it next weekend. So that's the designing process of this cardigan. And of course the yarn, I have to say a few words about this yarn. This is Gulana Kempen yarn, Highline Merino. Her name is Ute. She lives in Germany and sent me the yarn. And now actually my kids are playing computer games upstairs and I'm downstairs. My husband went jogging, and I probably have to stop this video because I don't have the time to talk too many hours here. But anyway, that's the process behind this cardigan. This is sport weight yarn, so not too bulky for lace pattern, but just perfect for this cardigan and this design. So I'm really happy how this turned out, and this pattern will go live within 1 week. I believe after 8th of November I will publish the pattern once after I have photographs of the pullover sample too. That's it. I have knit the buttons simultaneously when I knit a button band, and there is a tutorial on my YouTube channel for this technique, so if you are interested, I highly recommend that if you don't like sewing buttons afterwards, which I don't like. That's why I knit those buttons. But anyway, I would like to have ideas from you what kind of cardigans or pullovers or knits in general, even shawl patterns would you like to see or would you like to have. So I would I can take your ideas and make something of those. So it's let's do a little bit design along. I will use inspiration from your comments. So please comment below what kind of patterns are your favorites, or what kind of knits do you want to make the most. So I would be really happy to have your comments on that. I could also show you this. This is a hat with the same pattern that in the cardigan, but different yarn. This is Madeline Tosh board. I had some leftovers of that yarn. I actually wanted to make a hat also from this pattern, because I started to love this lace pattern after I have knit the cardigan. So if you want to make a hat to accompany, or if you want to sample and make a swatch, the hat is perfect way to make a swatch for a cardigan. So that's perfect. What else? I have some one work in progress at the moment, and one mitten here that I have to weave the ends for this mitten. This is actually a Pokemon Go mitten for my kid, but I could also show you a little sneak peek for what is coming. This is going to be a vest. Oh, my needles dropped down. So that's it. It's going to be a vest. And the yarn, I could say a few words about the yarn. The yarn, it's impossible to see. That's it. The yarn is Nordic Yarn Eco Cashmere. It's 50% recycled cashmere, which means that they are taking the cashmere from old clothing, and 15% of virgin cashmere. So it's 100% cashmere. 50% of it is recycled. They contact the firm, the Nordic Yarn Company, is a Finnish-Italian company. So they are they designing the label said that this yarn is designed in Finland and made in Firenze, Italy. So they have a factory there, a wool winding factory, and they are making the yarn in Italy, but the company is half Finnish company. So they contacted me and wanted me to try this yarn, and this is so soft, and you can actually see that it's recycled, and this is really light because it's 15 grams and 150 meters, and the recommended needle size is 4.5 millimeter needles, which means that the gauge that you get is, at least for me, is 16 stitches in 10 centimeter. So I have actually only started my third skein here, so it's really really how do you say it? I lose the word, but you don't have to use many balls to make a vest like this. So I actually only started my third ball here, so I have yes, I have 5 balls of left here in my back. So that's something new for me, but it's really soft and nice, knits nicely, and feels really soft and light, and you can see it's recycled, but it still looks awesome. The yarn is a bit expensive for my taste, because it's a little bit expensive, but if you think about that it's recycled, the recycling process pays quite many pennies, so it's not cheap to recycle clothes. But it's a good thing to do that, of course, because we have too much of spare clothes that are worn too less. So I like the idea that it's recycled, and since the yardage is so long, you don't have to use much yarn for making a vest or making a sweater or making a pullover. So in that sense you don't have to use many skeins, so it's probably the same price that any other yarn, I think, and more ecological. Okay, that's about it. So my hope for this video is that you would comment a lot. What would you like to see? What would you buy? In a sense, if you want to buy a knitting pattern, what would you buy? Because it's sometimes difficult to, for me as a designer, to kind of know beforehand what design is a hit and what isn't. So I'm open to new ideas, and I would really like to hear what you would like to see and what you would like to knit. Do you like cables? Do you like color work? Do you like complex, difficult patterns, or do you want some simple knitting? If you like both, please say that too. So you can comment anything you like below. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and see you again. Bye.